The San Francisco quarterback competition looks extremely complicated from the outside. I mean, you have two number 3 overall picks battling it out right now in Sam Darnold and Trey Lance. And that's not even to mention Brock Purdy, who tore his UCL in the championship game. But before that, Brock Purdy was playing like he deserved to be picked with the 3rd pick in the NFL draft. So with the quarterback room looking extremely crowded, we need to understand where each one of these quarterbacks fit in. And then finally, I want to talk in depth about Brock Purdy's rehab and some breaking news that is going to change up this quarterback competition. First, let's talk about Sam Darnold, the quarterback the Niners brought in this offseason. Darnold is by far the most experienced quarterback on the Niners roster. But here's the thing, Darnold is also known for making decisions that are questionable. He's even had times on film where he's been caught saying, "I'm seeing ghosts." That's not something you want a franchise quarterback to say ever. I don't think you can get Brady on film saying that once. And that's no dock on Sam Darnold as a person, but I do think that changing his decision making this far along in his career isn't likely. Moving on to Trey Lance. Trey Lance offers a completely different thing than Darnold. You have no idea what Trey Lance is. He's only played and started like 3.25 games, and there's been ups and downs. You also don't actually know what he looks like completely healthy, because according to Kyle Shanahan and Brian Griese, Trey Lance actually had a broken finger, so he wasn't even able to throw the ball effectively. Furthermore, this offseason, he's taken huge jumps in his throwing motion, working out with the same throwing coach as Patrick Mahomes. So Trey Lance offers a ton of upside in case Brock Purdy isn't ready. And now let's jump in to Brock Purdy, Mr. Irrelevant, the guy that just really set the entire league on fire last year. As I mentioned, Purdy tore his UCL in that NFC Championship game. So this offseason, what exactly has Purdy been doing to recover? First, he had to wait longer than expected to have his surgery. This was so the swelling could go down and they could decide which surgery would be better. The full-on Tommy John surgery, which has been known to take out players for more than a year, or the internal brace option, which has been known to allow players to return in an extremely quick amount of time. And the Niners luckily were able to go with option number 2, and Purdy is projected now to be ready possibly week 1 or even training camp according to Lynch. Furthermore, after Purdy's surgery, it was suggested that 12 weeks after then he would begin throwing. And recently that's happened, but we've also got more insights onto what's happened to Purdy leading up to him throwing. He was even lifting weights and whipping around a towel. And there was questions if Purdy was just throwing around a tennis ball, a softball. No, Purdy's been throwing around a huge football for these last 2 days basically. There was a day of throwing, a rest day, and then another day of throwing. And all signs so far have been encouraging from everything coming out. There's also been another reiteration that John Lynch believes Purdy will be ready week 1. And what does ready mean? Just ready practicing? No. According to Lynch and several other coaches, they think Purdy should be able to participate in training camp, preseason, and get fully up to speed. This means that Purdy will have the opportunity to show that he is able to dissect one of the best defenses in the league if he's able to participate in training camp. Furthermore, this allows the 49ers offense to get up to speed to whichever quarterback the 49ers are going to go with. And so far, it looks like their first choice has to be Brock Purdy, because everyone has said Purdy's already shown it. I mean, Lynch said that Purdy is the leader of the clubhouse, and even Kyle Shanahan has said that Brock Purdy has played in this league like he deserves to be a top 3 pick. But soon, OTAs are going to be over. So what does Brock Purdy actually plan to do once OTAs are finished? And this is what he said. He says after OTAs are finished, he is going to go work out with Will Helwit, who was his throwing coach before the draft and coming into the NFL. Working with him last year, he was able to add 5 miles to his ball. This is significant because before coming into the NFL, he threw a ball around 50, 51 miles per hour, where the NFL average is like 54, 55 miles. Purdy was able to up that to 55, 56 miles, so he was a little bit above the NFL average after his work with Will Helwit. Additionally, Purdy is coming off that major UCL tear, so he wants to ensure that none of his mechanics get sloppy coming back from such a major injury. Ultimately, it'll be interesting to see if Purdy is able to come into training camp and compete. I think that Purdy, if he is able to continue this upward trajectory in his healing process, will be the starter week 1. And that's granted he's fully healthy. The Niners have also said and suggested the same thing, saying that Brock Purdy was the leader of the clubhouse. So for me, I wouldn't be surprised if Brock Purdy would be able to have an extremely successful career and even possibly lead the Niners to Super Bowl wins. But maybe that's just me being too optimistic. What do you guys think about Brock Purdy's future in the NFL? Do you think he's a career backup, or do you think he has the potential to be a Super Bowl champion? I'd love to hear down below in the comment section. I'd also really appreciate it if you guys liked and subscribed. Thank you guys so much for watching.